welcome back. Today we are going to make some soup, some barley, beef and barley soup. The recipe is right on this box, and I'll share that with you. We do need some barley. This has been in my pantry for a while, so it's a little old, but I think it's still good. I'm hoping it's still good. But it's saying in a 4-quart saucepan or Dutch oven, brown the meat. We've got some lean ground beef in the pan right now. It says half a pound. We've got a pound in there. We're going to take just a half a pound. Then you're going to want some chopped onion, garlic, tomatoes, the barley, sliced celery, carrots, bouillon cubes, basil, bay leaf, mixed vegetables. We're going to get all that ready and we'll be back. Here's the remaining items that we need for the soup. We've already browned the ground beef. We've got a lean sirloin ground beef that we're using. And we have, it says half a cup. It looks like more than half a cup, right? Carrots, onions, celery. We have our beef bouillon cubes, 2 of those. Garlic, it says 1 clove. I'm going to put 2 because it just adds a little bit. Dried bay leaf. We have some parsley, some basil. It does not call for parsley, but I'm going to put just a sprinkle in. And, of course, the barley, mixed vegetables, and a can of tomatoes. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We've got our ground beef. We're going to go ahead and put that in our pot. And the recipe will call for, now we're using this recipe on the box. It says add the onion and the garlic. Cook until the onion is tender and then drain. We've already drained the meat, so we're going to just cook the onion with it. And then stir in the remaining ingredients except the frozen vegetables, which we will do last. So, we're going to get started. Go ahead and add all the vegetables to the meat. Let them get a little tender. We'll add the bouillon here in a minute, so we'll wait to put that in. We're going to go ahead and add that in. Let those get tender. And then we're going to come back in about maybe 5 minutes after the onion gets translucent. Then we'll add the bouillon, the 7 cups of water, the tomatoes, the barley, and the basil and the garlic, and the bay leaf. And then we're going to add the mixed vegetables in after it cooks for a while. All right. All right, all these vegetables are cooking. And I want to give you guys a tip. We're going to be adding 7 cups of water to this recipe. Sorry about all the steam, guys. And this is a tip if you're making soup, or let's say some kind of casserole, but usually it's soup. When you have vegetables and stuff already in the pan that's hot, you don't want to add cold water. You want to add hot water or warm water so that doesn't slow down the cook process. I added the cloves of garlic and the beef bouillon. And this is getting pretty hot. This burner on the stove gets real hot. So I'm going to go ahead and add my water. And that is 7 cups. Ooh, there's so much steam, y'all. Sorry about the steam. We're going to hit, there's 4, and that's warm water. So see, this is not going to slow it down too much. Oh, it looks good already. Y'all, I love making stuff. Y'all, I am crazy. But I love making soups and stuff that's homemade. The food is, whoa, sorry about the fingers. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sorry, guys. I'll tell you what, there's nothing better than homemade soup. Forget the cans. Make it homemade. It's so much more rewarding, and you usually have so much soup you can eat on the soup for a couple days at least. All right, I'm going to get the other 3 cups of warm water. Okay, I forgot to mention, guys, when you're using ground beef, you always, and this is very lean ground beef, it's sirloin, and you always want to salt and pepper. You don't want to put a lot, but you always want to salt and pepper to taste. Now, we've got our beef bouillon in there. I also added the water, and now we're going to add the remaining ingredients, which is 1/2 cup of barley, but we're going to add just a smidge more, so we're going to go ahead and add that in. We are now going to add our can of tomatoes, the no salt, 14.5 ounce. We use a good tomato, red gold. And you want everything out of that can. Stir that up. Then we are going to add 1/2 teaspoon of dried basil. And the recipe does not call for it, but you know, I always make it mom's way. We're going to add just about the same of parsley flakes. This just gives it a little bit more green color, so there we're going to do that. And last but not least, the bay leaf is, I think it's already in there, so this is what you're gonna, yeah, the bay leaf's in there, so you're gonna make sure to put the bay leaf in. So we're gonna let this cook down. I think I'm gonna let it cook down for maybe about 40 minutes, an hour. We're gonna go take a walk. And then when I come back, we're gonna add the mixed vegetables. So that is it. That's your beef barley soup so far. You're gonna let it cook down. Let me see what the recipe says. The recipe, oh, it says only cook, let's see, oh, an hour. Okay, so we're going to reduce the heat on this and simmer for 50 minutes. That makes perfect sense because you want everything to get nice and cooked and meld all together. Then we come back from our walk. We're going to go ahead and put the frozen vegetables in there, and then you're going to cook it another 10 minutes or so. And then I'll leave it off now. I don't know if y'all know anything about the Lifetime cookware that I use a lot. It kind of makes me laugh because a lot of these lids are broken, but I bought this in 1980, y'all. This is very old. It's a 4-ply stainless steel. This stuff is the best stuff in the world. If you can get your hands on any, grab it up at a garage sale, whatever, because it is really good and it actually cooks. When you turn the temperature off, it actually continues to cook a little bit. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and turn this to simmer, and we're going to let it cook for about an hour. Leave the lid on, and we'll be back in a few minutes to finish it up. All right, guys, we've let this cook for about an hour, and we had it on low. We're going to go ahead and add the mixed vegetables. I'm adding a whole bag, about 12 ounces. Doesn't that look good? Yum. And then you're going to let this cook for another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to turn it off. Thanks so much for watching, guys. There is our beef barley soup, our vegetable soup. I appreciate y'all tuning in today to watch another video from Mom's Cherished Home. If you like this video, give us a big thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't done that already.